Hello, everyone. How are you feeling today? I just like to thank everybody who's subscribed to me, who's left a comment, who's told everybody or told someone about me. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are wonderful. So today, I wanted to talk about showing affectionate to each child and how to manage your time with each child so each child could feel special in their own way. So, when I had my first two sets of twins, everything that we do, especially when you're becoming a mom, it doesn't really come with any instructions. So, most of the things that you'll learn have to come from your own experience. So, I learned that in my own experience that one of the best times to be able to bond with your child one on one, where they can feel that affectionate and love, is breastfeeding. Breastfeeding can be a one on one. You showing the baby affection, you rubbing the baby's hair, you're looking them in their eyes, they feel safe, they feel comfort. So that's one of the ways that you could do one on one affection between multiple children. Another thing that I used to, I had to find out, some children require a little bit more affection than the other ones. Some of them can get up and go. They don't care if you kiss them all day. It doesn't really matter. And some of them requires that special attention, that love, especially when you're raising children with disabilities. They always want to feel like they part of something. They never want to feel left out. So that can be frustrating. I found that, frustrating when I had my third and fourth set of twins. My son, he's born with Fragile X. So whenever he seen me, see me be affectionate, to the little kids, he always acts like he's about to have some type of tantrum. He's going off. He's being hyped. So I always try to hug him right away, but I also try to tell him, listen, Muhammad, you have to wait. You have to calm down. Everybody's going to get their love. Everybody's going to get their chance, so that, when you're showing affection to another child, it won't seem like you're cutting off their affection because you're trying to deal with your child that has a disability. When I had my first two sets of twins, it was very hard trying to manage time, but spend time with each one of them. I felt like nap time was also a good time for me to show affection, trying to put everybody to sleep, because everybody wants to be rocked, kissed, and loved. So one of the things that I would do was to lay everybody in the bed. I would lay in the middle and rock them or kiss them, so that each and every one of them can feel like I'm close to them. During playtime was one of the times where, we're all on the floor, we're running around, we're playing, and then I will always have my kids circle around me. And at that time, while they're circling around me, I would give them a kiss, a hug. I would play with that child individually and let the other children learn, look, you have to wait your turn. And then when mommy gets to you, I'll get to you, I'll play, kiss, and hug you. And then at the end, everybody jump in the middle and everybody start hugging everybody, kissing everybody, so that, it becomes a daily routine for them. Now, as I had, my older set of twins, they're 16 and 17. At the time that I had my third set of twins, they was probably maybe like 13, 14, going into that teenage age, where the girls, they like the boys, or they starting to, kiki ha ha, coming around on the period or whatever the case may be. I had to learn how to manage my time so that I can have time to talk to them, so I can, what's going on in their world, let them know. Just because I have, other children doesn't mean that mommy doesn't have time for you, or mommy doesn't have time to listen to what you have to say. We can't, when we're having children, we have to make sure that the very first child always feel that love, or the very first set, because the more children you have, the more responsibility the older children have. Always let it be optional. Can you do this for me? Can you help me with that? So it don't feel like they being oppressed, because it's your children. So you want to make them feel like they're part of the group, instead of giving them orders all the time. I found that being much easier. Hey, can you mind making me a bottle, or do you mind watching the babies? I didn't take a nap all day. And then reward them. They always like rewards. The cell phone bills that you pay, that's a reward. Also, When it was time for, when I knew the children had to be separated from each other, I would let the girls go to the movies. I might take the boys to the movies. Then I might leave the older kids in the house where it's just me and the younger kids there at Chuck E. Cheese. And I'm there with all 40 kids, and they have a time to do what they want to do. If they want to talk on the phone, just a time to breathe. So, because, they get overwhelmed too. So you got to make sure you be able to balance the time so everybody won't feel exhausted. If they're your babies, you have to come up with a schedule. As I noticed that each child or each set of twins that I had, I could see that my older set of twins were feeling like, oh my goodness, she's pregnant again. Here we go. Now she's not going to be paying me no mind. I'm not going to be able to do whatever I used to do. Let them know, listen, you're going to be able to do whatever that you want to do or anything that you feel free to do. But everything has to be done as a time and a place for everything. So every weekend you're not going to be going out, especially for the teenagers. I had to let my daughters know that every weekend you're not going to find somewhere to go because we're going to start doing family things together. Start, going to the movies or, might have cookie day or pizza day where, when people making their pizzas or whatever. So you have to try to manage the time, show affection. When you got the little ones and y'all just playing, I would sit mines all in a circle. We kiss, we hug, and, let them know that, everything is going to be okay. Just because I have more children doesn't take the place of where you stand with me. You'll always be my baby regardless. We have to make sure that we don't overwhelm ourselves or the children. So that's one of the things that I did as far as, time management, making sure everybody feels special, making sure I try to make myself available to hear what's going on. It used to be a time where my mom would get the older twins on the weekend, and then it would be, time for me to spend time with my single son by himself. Because, a lot of times he felt left out or felt pushed behind because he wasn't a twin, or because when I'm explaining the story to them, I'm saying, something about, 1 second. Forgot my train of thought. That happens a lot. But yes, so most of the experience when it comes to time management and showing affection, you just have to go off your experience. As you raising your children, you'll be able to tell which child require more kisses, what child requires more attention, which child, you just would know. And you have to try to meet every child need as possible because you're the parent. Family time is always good. Like we do family karaoke. You have to let every child know that they're loved individually, regardless of what's going on, especially when proms, graduations. I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't celebrate Christmases or anything like that because of my religion. But when the Eid comes around and after Ramadan and we get finished fasting, the Eid celebration is about the kids. So I make sure I go all out for the Eid. I make sure that the girls have what they want. I make sure the boys have what they want. And whatever they want to do on that Eid, I'll take the little ones and there's a time for them to just be free. Because it can be, overwhelming. I know when I told my daughter I was pregnant with my last set of twins, she was happy, but it was more of a concern like, okay, she's not going to be able to pay attention. We're not going to have our girl on girl talk because, when you're raising teenagers, my other daughter isn't quite there yet, but my oldest daughter, I have to watch her. I have to let her know that I'm here. Let her know that she can come to me and I'm never too busy not to never listen to what you have to say. Even for my boys, by us being Muslim, I don't really have to worry about them being too much in the streets or, selling drugs or anything like that because they're more attached to the masjid. So you just have to know your children and have to know when, have to know the signs of when the kids are getting frustrated, when they need a break, or when everybody just needs to be separated. Sometimes it just be like that, because having 9 children under the roof for me, by me being a single parent, I have to learn how to manage things, learn how to put things in order, learn how to spend my whole time wisely, and that every minute counts. So I hope you guys can take some pointers from, showing affectionate to your kids, how to manage your time. One of the things I used to do when I tried to get my twins on a schedule was to go into their world. Wake up when they wake up, do what they want to do. They want to run around all day. They want to paint. Raising 9 children don't have to be as frustrating as people think it may be when you make it fun. Always have something planned out. I don't care if it's just a Play-Doh day where I'm going to go to the store and we're going to get Play-Doh and we're going to build Play-Doh all day. Or, ice cream night where it's just I'm going to the store, I'm getting ice cream, everybody making sundaes. They like stuff like that. Or we just going to make cookie night. You got to have family time. And there's nothing wrong with, having family meetings. I have family meetings all the time with my children because I want to know what's going on, how do they feel, what can I do to improve anything, how are they resting? Because when you have 4 children, that are that young, 3 and 1 years old, everybody's participating in the routine. No one's not is left out. Everybody has some type of hand and some type of responsibility. And when you have older kids, it's nothing wrong with giving them allowances. Because my daughter, she goes to homeschool, but I also work. So every other Friday, when I get paid, I give her $50 out of my check because she's homeschooled. And she's homeschooled, so that means she's in the home with me more than anybody. So she helps me more. So to let her know that I appreciate her, and it's just between me and her. My older daughter don't know what me and her got going on. She just know that every other Friday, my sister always got some money. Because when you do things secretly for each one of them, they think that, all right, just between me and mommy, in their mind, mommy likes me more. You know what I'm saying? Like when I might tell my kids, I'll be back, I'm going to the market. And I'll tell my youngest son to come with me. He come with me. We go to the market, but we go to GameStop. I get him a game. I tell him to put the game in his jacket or in his pocket. Don't pull it out. And I let him know I appreciate you. I appreciate you for cleaning up the Pampers. I appreciate you for making the bottles. So show appreciation. When you show appreciation, the kids will go above and beyond. So hopefully you guys, took some good notes. If you have any type of ideas, leave a comment. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love all of you guys. My page has over 700 views, so I thank you for word by mouth, by letting people know about me. I feel like if I can do it, then anybody can do it. Your creator does not put no more on you than you can handle. Everything that you do in life was already written. How many children you're going to have, how much wealth you're going to have, what type of religion you're going to be upon. Everything was written. So, and whenever I think about, my situation and how I don't get any time and how I feel this, I always think it's probably someone in a worse position than me, maybe have 9 kids, but going home from home. So I had to learn how to just be grateful for the little things. So thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you.